Would you like to know how gravity works? Gravity works for the same reason that protons spin. And it's not because of the Big Bang. There was never any Big Bang. The universe is infinite. It's been around forever. It's infinite in all ways. It's infinite in largeness, and it's infinite in smallness, and it's infinite in time. It's just infinite. That's what infinite means. And the reason for protons and electrons spinning is not because of a Big Bang. The reason for protons spinning, well, the reason for everything spinning is gravity. And what gravity is, at each level, at the galaxy's level, and at the atom's level, and at space's level, at each level there's a gravity, and that gravity is interacting with that level and distributing energy, providing pressure. And what's happening at each level is, we've seen it with stars. They fuse matter and they release radiation. And some of that radiation is photons, and some of that radiation is neutrinos. And they don't seem to know what neutrinos do, but those are the neutrinos from stars. Those are left-handed neutrinos, and they don't interact with our matter, hardly at all. So there are an incredible number of these neutrinos, and they're incredibly small, and they're passing through us by the gazillions all the time. And those are the left-handed neutrinos from stars. But that's the galaxy level. Now at the atomic level, you've got the electron. And the electron is the same thing as an arm of stars. An arm of stars in a galaxy consists of about 50 billion stars. And so that's what an electron is. It's a tiny little arm of 50 billion little stars. And those stars, like our stars, like our sun, those stars are fusing the next smaller matter from ours. And so they're fusing that next smaller matter, which makes up all of space, or which makes up the next level of space. And they're releasing radiation at the next size level down. Now, these are smaller neutrinos. And neutrinos are already said to be point-like. So these are smaller than point-like. And they're more numerous than incredibly numerous. And they're put out by the electrons. As the electrons are fusing space, they're releasing a smaller neutrino, which is right-handed. So they're releasing these smaller right-handed neutrinos, and they're going everywhere where there is matter. Everywhere where there is electrons, there are smaller right-handed neutrinos being released. And the protons absorb them. The protons use them to spin. That's where the protons get their right-handed spin. So the electrons are always releasing these little right-handed neutrinos, and the protons are always absorbing that and spinning. And when they absorb that push, that's what causes gravity. there's a push coming from all directions from electrons in space, from all matter. Anywhere where there's matter, there's this push coming from. These right-handed neutrinos are coming from all of the matter everywhere. They're long-range, straight-line radiation. And when you're beside a bigger body of matter, that bigger body of matter is absorbing the push. The combined push of space is larger than what the matter puts out. So when the matter gets in between you and space, it's putting out less, and it's blocking that push from space from that side. And that's all that gravity is. You get that push gets blocked by the matter, and you get pulled toward the matter. But you're actually just receiving less push from that side. Yeah, so that's what gravity is, and that's also what mass is. Like the matter is receiving this push from all directions. It's receiving a push from all directions. And that's inertia. That's mass. That's no matter which way you go, you're being pushed from that direction. And that's mass. So gravity is that's how gravity works. Trust me. You can buy my book, The Galaxy Model for the Atom. All of my science is based on this hypothesis. All this hypothesis says is that galaxies and atoms are exactly the same thing. Exactly. So your galaxy is made out of atoms, and then your atoms are exactly the same as the galaxies, so they're made out of smaller atoms. And those smaller atoms are exactly the same as both the galaxy and the atoms, so they're made out of yet smaller atoms. And it turtles all the way down. It's a fractal universe. There's no smallest, there's no Planck limit. There's a limit to what our photons can image, because our photons have a certain size to them. But there are next smaller photons that are put out by electrons that are much, much smaller. And those much smaller photons can image things much smaller than Planck. The Planck limit. We've got a lot of science to change around here. But once we know how gravity works, we can alter our matter in controlled ways, and we can directly tap that energy. We can directly tap the energy of gravity. And we can do that anywhere in space. We don't need to be near a sun, Dyson sphere. We don't need to be anywhere near a sun. We can tap gravity from anywhere. And that's going to help. That's going to help us a lot. But it would be good to get some people trying to actually prove these ideas. I'd like to see that happen. So you can get my book, that would help. The Galaxy Model for the Atom by John Sefton. It's at Amazon. And you can look me up on Facebook and message me or whatever, and somehow I've got to get somebody interested in proving this gravity idea works. I know it's unfortunate, it's going to cut out a lot of players like oil and nuclear and solar and wind and hydro. I'm sorry, it's going to cut out a lot of players. But if we directly tap gravity, we won't have any impact on the environment at all. And that's the good thing. That's the reason we have to do that. So yeah, I have to make my little video every day and try to get people interested. If you want to write to me, the email is johnsefton288@gmail.com. Send me an email. But funny story, I used to get 30 emails a day when I was first on the internet with this idea. And then in the year 2000, it was just like, boom, I got no more emails. So if you try to email me and I don't reply, it's sort of really weird that I get no emails about that. So maybe it's better to messenger me or just go to my Facebook page and just talk to me. Anyway, have a good day, you guys.